Welcome to ihomeschoolph podcast, where we'll talk about what really matters most in our homeschooling journey. I am your host, Coach Nove, and today we have a captivating topic to discuss. Kaya po ang title nito is Unveiling the Benefits of Reading Programs for Homeschooled Children. So in today's episode, we will dive deep into this subject and have an insightful dialogue with, syempre, experts in this field. Alam niyo po, mga parents, in a digital age filled with countless distraction, instilling a love for reading in children is very crucial. Reading not only enhances language skills but also sparks creativity and imagination, di ba? So for homeschooled children, mga parents, incorporating reading programs into their curriculum will definitely broaden their horizons. And I do believe magfo-foster din po ito ng critical thinking and unlock new opportunities. So today, we'll explore the benefits of these reading programs for homeschooled children and maybe magkaroon ng breakthrough at shed a light po on how they can make a positive impact on their educational journey. And to guide us through this discussion, we are joined by two mom and daughter experts, Teacher Ging and Teacher Sofie. Hello, magandang araw po sa kanilang lahat.
Hello, magandang araw, Miss Novi. Hello, Teacher Ging. Hello to everybody.
Magandang araw.
Yes. Maraming salamat for your time to just be with us here in iHomeschool PH podcast. And syempre sa mga viewers natin sa YouTube and Facebook, hello dyan.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having us, Miss Novi.
Yeah, Teacher Sofie and Teacher Ging, maybe before we start, give us a little background of what you do.
Okay. Siguro I'll do the briefing, Teacher Ging. So I am joined with my mom. She's Teacher Ging. She actually founded the reading program and had it copyrighted. It's called the PGRP back in 2001. So for those who do not know as yet, we use this PGRP in the reading station, also called TRS, no? And what we do is we teach kids as early as 3 years old how to read. Okay, not only read, we target also different skills such as spelling, vocabulary, build up, comprehension, sentences construction, and writing skills. But the idea is that they really start with us early on. And it is a program. It has different levels. Actually 12 levels, no? And it is completed in 2 to 3 years time. So it has been around for 22 years. We have helped and reached out to a lot of our students and also parents, also homeschooling parents, no? We have been their reading partners in their homeschooling journey and also in the regular schools. So that's what we've been doing, and we love what we've been doing, right, Teacher Ging? It has really been not only helpful but fulfilling for us teachers.
Thank you for that, Teacher Sofie, no? Siguro, let's start with the question that I'm sure excited na sila. Ano nga ba ito? Bakit nga ba importante ito? But maybe whether it's Teacher Sofie or Teacher Ging, could you explain why reading program is essential for homeschooled children? Alam nyo, siyempre, di ba may tendency na, may mindset about this na parang, hindi naman namin kailangan ng homeschool program eh. But can you explain why reading program are essential for homeschool children? Back up lang, or background, si Teacher Sofie po, homeschool yan, homeschool mom.
Yes.
So, can you explain that to us?
Very happy. Yeah, actually, we have kind of like broken it down siguro into two parts, Miss Novi, to help our listeners as well. Teacher Ging will be tackling about the importance of reading programs as a whole, okay, and that of which that we use in TRS. And then later on, I could help break down as to how it has been very beneficial in terms of me homeschooling as a homeschooling mom. So sige, Teacher Ging, take it away. Maybe we could start with you and establish first the importance of the PGRP or the reading program that we use.
Okay, thank you for that, Teacher Sofie. Alam mo, si Teacher Sofie kasi binigyan niya ako ng 4 na apo. So there are 4 girls, okay? Four girls, the
Mhm.
eldest is 12, the second is 10, and the third is 4 years old, and baby pa yung isa, 1 year old and a half. Kaya nakita talaga bilang a teacher, no, nakita ko yung benefits ng homeschooling, especially sa mga uh, young kids na if they are just starting up and they are already readers, napaka-helpful ng reading program. Kaya breakdown namin yun. Una-una talaga nakita kong benefit, no, is when you are using a reading program, kasi ano siya, customized siya. Yeah, whether you like it or not. When say, ano bang ibig sabihin ng customized? Tailor fit. Okay, parang itinahi yung damit para sa bata. Kaya kung ang bata ay nag-uumpisa pa lang magbasa, kunyari, or hindi pa marunong magbasa, alam ng isang reading program specialist, no, na gumagamit sa programang ito, paano ibigay yung reading skills sa batang to. Kasi hindi iba-iba ang pasok ng bata ng skills nila depending on the age, exposure, school background, family background, ang dami po diyang dynamics. Kaya kami bilang nung na-create ko itong reading program na ito, I maybe did not have yet all the dynamics around me, no? But nung tumagal ng ilang years pa, mas nakita ko na ngayon kung paano siya tamang gamitin talaga sa bawat bata. So una, number one, customized. So kung nakita ko na hindi talaga marunong magbasa yung bata, tuturuan ko muna siyang magbasa. Okay, in fact, unang-una, marunong na ba siyang mag-recognize ng letters? Because we know na ang letters talaga very crucial. If you don't recognize the letters, paano mo isa-sound yung represent yung sound for each letter. So lahat yun titignan. Then second, pag na-customize mo na, i-assess mo. Okay? So another talagang important na makita is ano siya, kailangan i-assess mo. So what is this assess na sinasabi ko? Siyempre, kaming mga may hawak ng programa, i-assess namin yung capacity or competence, kakayahan ng bata sa anong level meron siya. Kasi meron tayong mga grade 6 na, do you believe, because of the pandemic palalo, grade 6, so mga 12 years old ba yan or ilang taon, they are struggling readers. Anong ibig sabihin ng struggling readers? Ang reading skill niya parang grade 1 pa lang. So nag-3-letter word. So mahirap po siya talagang umpisahan kung hindi mo na-assess properly. So kung meron kang assessment tools na hindi naman available sa mga big schools, dahil sabihin natin, oh, okay, grade 1 ka, na pasok ka grade 1 kasi 6 years old ka na. Siyempre, may mga syllabus tayo dyan. Pero, ang assessment ng reading skill mo is that of a kindergarten. Bakit ka lalagay sa grade 1, di ba? So, kailangan hahabulin mo yung skills mo for a grade 1 reader. Much more kung grade 4 ka na, tapos ang reading skills mo after assessment is like that only of a grade 2 pupil, kami alam namin. So, I'm gonna give you the proper leveling sa skills mo in reading. Ang sad, di ba? Kasi grabe, grade 4 na ako, pero yung skills ko lang pala grade 2 lang. Who can tell you that? Kaming mga merong hawak na mga assessment tools, kami ang makakapagsabi na, oh, yung reading skill mo, ito lang. So, gagawa kami ng customized reading program for you. Yun. So, talagang hindi rin madali. Yan, hindi rin madali, no? And then, thirdly, no, I would point out, and I think this is very crucial also, yung tinatawag namin reading progress chart. So, may customized na siya, na-assess na yung bata, pero paano mo mamomonitor yon? We have to have a progress chart na nakikita talaga na properly implemented ang program at properly na-embrace din ng bata at natutunan kung ano yung laman ng per level na yon. So, hindi ako pwedeng magbigay ng level 10 lessons sa isang bata na ang kakayahan niya hanggang level 5 lang. So, you see, the progress chart is very important to roll on with skills of the child. Hindi po binibase yun sa edad, matanda na kailangan ito, no. Or reader na naman ito. Kasi maraming readers, ito kasi medyo hindi masyado but if they may have certain neurological conditions, they may be reading but their comprehension is very poor. Maybe that's another area we can talk another time. But you see, the reading skill is a cognitive skill. Whether we like it or not, it's the brain that functions for us to read. So I think these three areas, no, na very essential talaga to ng sa mga parents maintindihan na kung maggagamit kayo ng reading program, meron siyang customization, meron siyang assessment tools, at meron siyang progress chart na talagang mamomonitor ng teacher, ng specialist, ang skill mo. Not just because grade 3 ka, ang skill mo na grade 3, hindi po. So, magandang gumamit ng reading program para mas mag-guide at properly monitor yung skills ng bata. Pwede po yung habulin Meron akong naging 27-year-old na illiterate, nakapagbasa siya. Illiterate to hadis. And these are I have many stories to speak about na talaga from illiteracy to being a literate reader. So yun, Teacher Sofie, maybe you can add something from there.
Yeah, okay. So ako naman speaking on the perspective of a homeschooling mom, no, Miss Nove.
Yeah, curious nga ako kasi syempre you have this first-hand experience in homeschooling. So to add to that question a while ago in my first question, ano bang advantages that you have observed when it comes to using these reading programs, specifically with your kids?
Yes, definitely. I would love to really share that to you, Miss Nove, and to our listeners. No, so I have been homeschooling for the past 7 years, and it's a really, really beautiful thing. One of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. No, and I think it has not only the moment kasi that you're able to answer your whys. Di ba ganyan tayo sa una, Miss Nove? Pag na-answer mo na yung why mo, and there was no turning back the moment my husband and I answered our whys. And it has been very beneficial for us and made it easier for us knowing that there was a program, a reading program that could help us in our journey as homeschooling parents. So Teacher Ging has already established na yung importance ng reading early on, from zero readers to emergent readers. If this is not given kasi early on, the chances of failing is very high, and it could be very detrimental also in the reading skills and other skills for that matter for children. So in our homeschooling journey, number one that I would like to note or to share with you is how it has helped me in terms of time. Okay, time saver siya. Bakit? Kasi if this program has been given to my kids at 3 years old, basing on experience, Miss Nove they started doing this at 3. They graduated doing this program at around 5 and a half. So before they entered grade 1, they were already readers. So you can imagine that with the structure of the program, kasi it's very systematic, it's very accumulative. Kapag nag-homeschool ako, hindi ko na kailangan to go through that process of teaching my kids anymore. And sometimes that could be very hard for us parents, di ba? Yung talagang tuturuan mo isa-isa magbasa. More so if hindi ka rin skilled to teach as a mom how to read. Kasi there are techniques also that we use in teaching our kids how to read. So in my case, since there were already readers, it has saved me a lot of time, and we went on doing other tasks. And then they are also able to accomplish their task faster kasi nakakapagbasa na sila. So kung for example, na-finish na nila yung task nila, we could carry on doing other life skills. Minsan mas nagkakaroon kami ng time to go out kasi done na ako. Hindi yung parang hirap na hirap pa ako na anak ito, basahin mo. Alam mo yung ganon. So because there were already readers, it has saved me a lot of time as a homeschooling mom. So ang benefit niya, not only for the kids, but also for the parent kasi it less stress, if I may say, on our part as parents. And then number 2, I think you would agree with me that a lot of our homeschooling parents out there are grooming our kids to be independent learners. And when we give our children a reading program that they have really been exposed to for a long time, we groom them to become independent. And when this happens, in my homeschooling room, you would see, let's say, one of my children read her own material and then the other one reading her own. Ang dami ko pang pwedeng gawin. And kung 4 yung anak mo ni Miss Nove, alam mo yan. Kung 4 ang anak mo, I need to take care of the home. Eh, di ba hindi naman lahat ng homeschooling moms talagang nag-homeschool lang. We also have work. So I have to work, I have to manage the home. So it's very important for me that this rhythm, this routine has already been established early on so that I could leave them to themselves, and then maybe kapag may questions na lang sila, di ba, they come to me. And also it's a good venue for them to explore kasi since they're independent, remember, when you establish independence, you don't only establish this in the area of reading, ha? Di ba? Yung character na bibuild. So in other areas, they're also independent, no? Kasi nandun na yung nakapag-aral na sila, mabilis silang natapos. There are other areas that they could do in the home. So hindi na kami as a homeschooling family, hindi na talaga ako nahirapan na kailangan ituro ko pa isa-isa yung pagbabasa. Kasi mas deep na yung kanilang understanding, yung comprehension nila is also very good. So establishing this talaga early on is very crucial if you want to groom them to be independent learners. Tapos number 3 for me, yung tandem teaching. Ilan ba yung anak mo, Miss Nove?
Oh, I have 3 kids.
Oh, diba? So, yun na nga. So, kapag ka homeschooling mom ka or dad, lalo na for those ones who are already doing this for a long time, no? Tapos nagmo-multi-level teaching tayo, di ba? And I think this is very helpful when you are teaching. At least siguro 1 to 2 year gap, Miss Nove. Like, kasi for me, I have a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old. So, ang daming subjects na napagsasabay ko. So, because they are both really good readers, their understanding or comprehension is also very good. What happens to my family is that kapag meron akong mga topics, alam mo yan, mahilig tayo sa mga unit studies, mahilig tayo sa mga chapter books, di ba, yung mga resources, nagkakaroon ng collaborative work. So yung tandem teaching is not only helpful to me as a homeschooling mom, but also very helpful for my kids because they get to explore and learn together. Because my grade 3, for instance, can actually read grade 5 materials. And then my grade 5 girl or daughter would help also her sister out because kahit papano may equal level of learning. And ang isa ko pang nakitang positive dyan, ha, nagmamature yung mas bata kong anak. I don't know if you noticed that. Kasi meron siyang parang added learning sa mas nakakatanda niyang kapatid. Kasi hindi mo na kailangan ituring reading. Parehas na nilang nababasa yung material, parehas silang nakakaintindi. So collaborative work is also very a fun experience for them, no? So that's also a good benefit, no, yung tandem teaching na tinatawag. And then ang isa kong in-note is that using a program like this for homeschooling moms, it helps us address the need. Alam mo, Miss Nove, especially with the pandemic, I would like to add with what my mom, Teacher Ging, said earlier, we have assessed just for the past months, a lot of kids and homeschooling kids, mind you, who would come to us and assess them really low in their reading level, no? Of course, marami talagang naging effect itong si pandemic. Pero if ikaw yung mom that you don't know how to address these things, hindi nakakapagbasa yung grade 5 mo, yung grade, minsan may ganon, ha, grade 5 na, or yung grade 6, hindi nahihirapan magbasa, lalong-lalo na magsulat. Di ba we are expected when we're already much older to do paragraph writing, mga essays, ganyan, nahihirapan sila. So, the benefit of having a reading program is that we could target easily what the child needs, whether you're homeschooling or not. Is there a need to build reading fluency? Or spelling skills, yung comprehension niya, yung writing skills niya. And this is what reading programs could help you with. At least yung parent at saka yung mga reading centers like this that offer reading programs, tandem sila. There are reading partners, ika nga. Yun yung isa sa mga slogan namin, no? We are your reading partners because we are here to help you address the needs. Kasi iba-iba ang needs ng bawat isang bata. And then lastly, I would say, and this is probably one of my favorite things or benefits ng having a reading program as a homeschooling mom, is that it actually it can easily catapult their skills, no, beyond their age and their years. Alam mo yan, Miss Nove, kapag ka-reader ang isang bata, 'di ba, you are not confined to just reading a specific book or a specific material for that matter for your age level. Now, when you are already a big reader, your grade 3 can read, understand bigger concepts. So, kunyari in our case, when my children were in grade 3 and the other one was in grade 5, we would already do mga forensic science activities, yung mga ganon, yung mga basic chemistry, kasi naiintindihan nila. And that's the good thing about giving them a program early on, because you are not limiting their capacity to learn more beyond what they should be learning in their age, because the reading and comprehension skills are already very intact. So that's one of my favorite things, because nakaka-explore kami ng more ideas and then more information. There's a lot of learning and exploration nga happening because there's no struggle in reading. And as we know, reading is very fundamental. It is not only in the English subject per se, right? Actually, I wanted to add even life skills, yung as simple as, bumili tayo ng, di ba mahilig tayo magganyan as homeschooling parents, bibili tayo, let's say, ng something for them to build, and then they read the manual. Di ba life skill na yon? If they're not able to read and understand the process, the step by step, they won't be able to build it. Or in baking, mahilig tayo magpa-bake sa kanila, magpa-cook sa kanila sa house. Ganun tayo pag mga homeschooling, we let them explore other areas, hindi kasi confine yung ating activities, no? But when they know how to read and how to understand things, yung kanilang learning is way and beyond just the English subject. So that is something that's just one of my favorite as a benefit, advancing their skills and not limiting their skills for their age. So yun lang, Miss Nove.
Wow, ang
Thank you
dami
so
mo naman
much.
na-share. Sobrang ganda. I like, no,
mm.
if I'm gonna make a summary of what you have shared, no, Teacher Ging and Teacher Sofie, I love that how you stand for it. It's like, yung process of reading na, when I was looking back, syempre 18 years na ako nag-homeschool. Actually, 3 weeks ago, nag-graduate na ako. Okay?
Oh,
With
wow,
homeschooling. My grade
congratulations.
11, yeah.
Uh-uh.
Last year, no? So, nag-ed na kami 3 weeks ago. So, ngayon, nasa isang conventional school na siya for her grade 12. Anyway,
Wow.
I love what you said about that program, about customization, assessment, and progress report. Well, aminin natin, no, bilang homeschool parents, sa dami ng ginagawa, hindi mo masyadong matrack to eh. Hindi mo, I love what you said because of, as a homeschool parent, you always want to meet where your child is, isn't it? And
Tama.
customization is one of the best, thing that we could be able to do. Kasi we cannot force, alam mo yung parang, ito yung reading level mo, o dapat ganito ka na, or sometimes, di ba, may tendency na ma-compare pa sa ibang siblings,
Right.
the way you read. Kasi if I may tell a little bit of my story, because my son, my only son, I still remember he was like 5 or 4 years old. Siya yung reason why kaya ako nag-homeschooling, that was 18 years ago, no?
Okay.
And because he's having a hard time reading in a way na hindi ko alam bakit nawalan siya ng confidence. Dati parang gustong-gusto niya mag-read, pero nawala. So na-wish ko lang na na-meet ko si Reading Station nung unang panahon. Dahil di ko naman alam na may ganun, di ba?
Yeah.
Kailangan talaga yung awareness and recognition. So siguro, totoo yung sinasabi mo, dumali siguro ang buhay ko. Siguro yung time ko, mas na-maximize ko as, kumbaga nagkaroon kami ng parang, I still remember nung maliit pa yung aking anak, yung only boy ko. So nagkaroon kami ng konting battle about reading. So talaga nahirapan siya. Ako naman, syempre, we are structured in a way, the way we read, very traditionally. Hindi pa natin
True.
alam yan na you have to meet where your child is, you have to gauge kung anong learning pace ng anak mo. Wala pang mga ganun-ganun. Siyempre, nung unang panahon, grabe, Teacher Ging and Teacher Sofie, wala nagtuturo sa amin ng ganun. So, I
Right.
really made my own research. So, itong mga sinasabi nyo, nagawa ko yan. Pero, matagal kasi hindi ko na-discover ko niya through my journey. Pero ang
Right.
galing lang what you're saying right now. Kasi parang in-encapsulate nyo in one, okay, nandun lahat yung mga checklist na gusto kong mangyari. And this is really, really important. So, mga parents na nakikinig at nanonood, this program is not something to be afraid of na, Novi, ano ba to? Ganyan-ganyan. That's why I also love what you have magnified about flexibility and the time, no? Having a partner of a reading program, it's easier for you have the luxury of time to be able to understand this as well. Saka as a parent, kung meron ako 3-4 na anak, matututo ako, kunyari, enroll ko muna yung panganay kong anak. So, kumbaga magsha-shadow ako in the reading program. Ganito pala yun. So, ako rin matututo. Hindi lang yung anak ko, di ba? I like that. And also, syempre, yun yung goal natin, yung mga anak natin maging independent learners. And I really love what you said because I was able to see that to my kids, yung collaborative work, no? Iba kung may sense of ownership because of that love of reading that you were able to convey to your first child or second child. It's easier for them to be able to teach that with joy with their siblings. Kasi nagkaroon na nakikita na Kumbaga may role model na. Okay.
True.
So, for me, just to add question, kasi madami na kayong nasabi, may mga handa pa akong questions pero nasagot nyo na lahat halos But is there any success stories or remarkable outcomes that have resulted from implementing this reading program? Specifically, kung hindi man sa'yo, Teacher Sofie, but a testimony from a homeschooled children na talagang, wow, effective tong reading program na ito.
Kailangan homeschooling children lang ba? Kasi there's really a lot,
Better
Miss
ko homeschool, but
Novi.
if there's any also, you can also share that.
Ako, siguro number 1, hindi na ako lalayo kung sa homeschooling. So, do you know that our friends, sila Cheska Kramer, are actually also users of the reading program, no? And you can see how Kendra and Scarlett have really become, flourish talaga yung kanilang, not only their love for reading, no? But yung writing skills nila. I've seen a lot of posts and I've seen them write through also the program that Teacher Ging has. Si Teacher Ging, by the way, was also one of the mentors of Kendra, no? In her
Nakita ko nga
writing
yung,
skills.
if I may add, no? Nakita ko yung notes ni Kendra. Malalim siya magsulat. Ibig sabihin
Malalim
talagang
magsulat.
voracious reader siya. Oo.
Voracious reader. That's
Very
correct. So
creative
that's
in her
one.
writing.
Yes, so that's one successful story na medyo makaka-relate yung mga tao kasi kilala nila, no. And then siguro Teacher Ging, I think pwedeng-pwede mong i-share yung mga experience mo, yung mga sa time mo, 'di ba, teacher, those kids that you have or have taught who are now in Harvard, 'di ba? Ganyan, in Yale, they're really good schools, but they are users of the reading program that we have in humble kasi yan si Teacher Ging, Miss Novi.
Ako, gusto ko marinig yan, Teacher Ging.
Oo, talagang parang I think
Kailangan marinig yan.
Yeah, low profile talaga yan siya ever since. But I'm the proud daughter kasi because she has really handled a lot of mga families, no, that are
good.
really successful nowadays. Sige na, Teacher Ging, I'm sure Miss Novi would love to hear it.
Yeah, in our audience.
Oh, yes.
Mahirap mag-carry ng own chair, but I do have many successful stories that over the years, moms would come back to me. Mabuti na also ang Facebook kasi they can still get in touch with me. Kasi my phone these days, especially very private na yung number ko. Everything is channeled through TRS. But alam nyo yung mga success stories na yan, they stay in my heart. And sinishare ko lang yan sa mga team ko, kay Sophie especially, because that's the legacy. when you spoke about 18 years ago, sabi ko nga ilang taon na si TRS, on 4 years old pa lang. And yeah, it's true. Wala talaga, we were a nobody. But to just give a little background on why I'm able to do this, or I was able to really start or create a reading program. Meron akong 20 plus years on my belt as a TESOL teacher, if you're familiar with that. So I really taught English to foreign students. Tapos na-train ako how to make curriculums, mga syllabus and everything. So nagamit ko siya when I decided, sabi ko, ang hirap magturo ng matatanda, ang tagal matuto. Gusto ko yung bata. Kasi yung bata, kita mo after 2 years, nakita mo na ang dami-dami na niyang mga natutunan. And this has something to do with reading. Kasi remember, reading is also a skill na hindi lang siya to read. You are actually learning a new language, correct? It's English. Learning how to speak English, you have to learn how to read English. So doon ako nag-pick up, nag-create ng program na to na nakita ko na very beneficial pala siya talaga sa tao. So totoo, I did not advertise, I did not market it. But lo and behold, the very first kids that used my program, mga apo na George Young, who happens to be McDonald's franchisors, diba? So yung son niya, Kevin married to so parang they have 3 children, okay, they were all under my program. And after that, I think that's how I found the niche, teaching this to, especially kasi kailangan sa parents na naniniwala din sa, the skill that reading is really important early on. Kasi kung naniniwala ka, iba ang run yung thoughts mo on skills, no? I cannot force anybody. So I tried to run the center by myself until 11 years na nag-join si Sofie, when she talked about expanding and franchising and all those things. Pero sabi ko talaga, I think it's really overall, it's really my love for teaching and my love for and the passion for teaching talaga that really was the totoong gasolina nito. Kaya hindi ako talaga nag-give up. Hindi siya madali, ha? Hindi po madaling matutong magbasa. So sa success stories, napakadami. Kasi lalong-lalo na noon na hindi pa gaano uso yung mga YouTube na yan. So 22 years ago, you really have children hindi marunong magbasa na sa grade 3 na. Hindi marunong magsulat ng sentence, simpleng, if I coach you and tell you, okay, give me a sentence that has about 10 words using this particular word. Iiyak yung bata kasi no, I cannot do that. How can I write a sentence with 10 words using, no? So, but if you train them properly early on, how to read, how to write, it's gonna be easy peasy talaga. So nakita ko yun, I really have to start from the grassroots level. So when I did that, yung mga grade 3 ko, I'm not saying na yung mga apo ni George Yang or anak ni Cindy Yan and Kevin Yang were not. They were already, sabihin na natin, syempre, very good family, so they had all the resources, but still, they were not good readers based on our program. So when they started at ibinigay yon, sobrang nakita ko yung difference talaga when without or with, even if you're coming from a buena familia, even if you're coming poor or rich, this has value talaga. So I kept on, and yung mga grade 3, grade 4 na umiiyak, hindi maka-read and write ng sentence, the secret pala is let them read first. Teach them how to read a 3-letter word and move from there. So when I move up there, I now have kids who are 9, 8, something na even using mga materials for kindergarteners, but give them 1 year. They can already read a par sa kanilang mga grade 3 level din. What I'm trying to say, grade 3 siya, hindi siya marunong magbasa. Pumasok sa program ko. Hindi marunong magbasa, grade 3, and in good schools, Sorry, I'm not mentioning those schools. But when they join, and then now they understand, the process of learning how to read. Now, They are more able, they're more confident. Kaya ito yata nangyari sa anak mo, Ma'am Nova, no?
Novi.
The confidence, yes, the confidence is down there on the floor if the child cannot read. I have many children who came to me who would cry because they're too scared to read already because they don't know how to read. So the attack is then learn how to read and learn it from me, girl, because I'm not going to teach, I'm going to love you. When I love you, you will love to read and you will learn how to read fast and you will learn how to love reading. So, yun ang mga konsepto kong ibinigay. Even ngayon sa mga teachers ko, guys, we don't teach, we love. Love every child who desires to read. Sino bang batang ayaw magbasa? Gusto yan nilang magbasa lahat. Kaya nga pag nakahawak ng libro, kunyari ganun-ganun ng libro, kala mo nagbasa, pictures lang. Pero how much more joy they will have if they can actually read the words. Kaya structured po yan lahat. Hindi ko pwedeng bigyan ng story ni Jack and the Beanstalk or Elsa. Ang isang bata hindi pa marunong magbasa. Hindi niya mababasa yon. Maybe 95% of the words in those fairy tale books are non-decodable. Meaning to say ng non-decodable, non-readable. Hindi nababasa ng bata. Nanghuhula-hula siya ng mga words doon. Nanghuhula siya based on the pictures. That's not the way we will learn how to read. So ngayon, with all the strategies na bibigay namin. So, success stories, I cannot even start from one kasi there are really not just hundreds, hindi po pagmayabang, talaga pong napakadaming success stories natin na whether they're homeschooling or not. Kasi lalo na teacher nung naging uso yung homeschooling. Ma'am Nove, kailan ba naging uso ang homeschooling? It's not now lang, not 18 years ago. Hindi yan naging uso.
Yeah, I think it's more than 30 years ago.
Yes, but it was there. But I think until, lalo na, nagkaroon na tayo ng, si CCF kasi ventured into homeschooling sila.
Yeah, they're the first one. They're the pioneers, actually.
Kaya, yes, that's why, parang dumami, nagkaroon yung homeschooling pala is nice, is good and all. Pero that was also the time, ang dami naming naging inquiries and enrollees ngayon ng homeschoolers. And syempre, behind our, we would tell Sofie, ano ba yan? Bakit grade 3 na? Ba't umabot? Kasi homeschooling nakakaangat pa rin naman. Pero the reading skills, comprehension, and many other areas, lag behind talaga. And then, ginagawa namin, nahabol lang namin yun. Thank God naman, nahahabol din po talaga yun. Nahahabol din po. Maging patient lang tayo at maging committed lang tayo. I think there is no failure here. Parang foolproof siya eh. Mahirap mag-sell ng because it's not, by the way, Miss Nove, I also, TRS is very active in giving this away for free, for gratis, on scholarships, on different levels ng kasi we also really give this to the marginalized families. Meron po tayong mga programs na ganun. They don't have to pay a single centavo. I spend on the worksheets and the volunteers because, as I said, reading is not just for the rich and those who can afford.
That's good.
It's everybody. Oo, kaya doon I really enjoyed with with Jessica. The first time I met her, when I was able to read her vision. And sabi ko, this lady has a heart for to help. For humanity.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We are helping a lot. In fact, recently I contacted I'm sure you know Joy Soto, di ba? All her children are with us, and she really saw also the big difference of the skills that were gained while with us. And I spoke to her about, sabi ko, let's give this to our constituents in Quezon City, especially after pandemic. Recent lang to, kasi nakita namin ni Teacher Sofie, ang daming non-readers and struggling readers na grade 1. Sabi ko, how can they cope?
Yes. Naku, madam, if I may add, there's a recent survey of PISA, no? You know what PISA is, di ba? It's the Program for International Student Assessment.
Right.
Sa PISA, napakababa ng Pilipino. Sa survey of reading, we are so low in terms of skills essential on how to read.
Right.
So, actually, hindi, talaga siya eh. It's a crisis. That's why we made My Pag-asa Pagbasa on my end lang yun, in our own
Mm.
little way. Hindi naman kami malaking organization, but
Mm.
me and my friends during the pandemic, dahil nga parang everybody was in the internet and everyone, pero kamusta na yung reading? Kamusta na? Ano na nangyari? And I do believe in reading, that is the most non-intimidating skill that you could be able to know. You communicate to reading, di ba?
Mm.
It's not only the kids, but the parents, how to read.
Yes.
And that
Right.
is
The
something, a
parents.
great legacy that you could be able to give to your kids as well. So that's really a mission that we need to take. And thank you so much for giving your time, no, to the indigent people and your skills as well. So this is really important. Maraming salamat sa pag-share nyo ng vision nyo and how it will be able to benefit. Sana, no, meron din ba kayong, if I may ask, do you have also a part na pwedeng matutong magbasa in Filipino? Well, kung wala pa,
Mm.
just something to think about. Because
Right.
I know Sophie knows this. One of the challenges of homeschoolers is to teach Filipino, especially in reading. It's
Super
really
true.
hard. So,
Mm.
maybe you can
Mm.
add to your program, Teacher
We,
Ging.
we
Oo.
have,
I'm sure yung mga nakikinig sa atin dyan,
Grabe.
nanonood. Nako, Novi, yes. That's also
Meron,
a dream that I want also, na talagang matuto tayong para mahalin natin yung sarili nating wika, di ba?
True.
Kung paano rin
True.
magbasa. Kasi syempre iba yung tunog, iba rin yung grammar in terms of Filipino.
yes.
I have to amin, ang asawa ko ba si Chinky Tan, siya nagtuturo ng Filipino sa mga anak ko. So ako hindi. I'm so
Mahirap siya
guilty.
ituro kasi.
Ang hirap ituro talaga. So siya yung nagtuturo kaysa sa akin dahil I'm sorry, hindi ko kaya.
Mm-mm.
So I hope you can add that to your program dahil dudumugin kayo, I'm sure.
So we already have.
Oh, that's good.
We have, but let me just clarify lang, no. All our 3 programs on the 3 skills na yan, reading, math, and Filipino, are
Filipino.
all geared towards early literacy. So ano siya, ganito, when we designed our Filipino, ganito siya, early Filipino literacy, early math literacy, early reading literacy. Kasi we cannot help all the world. We can only, you know may kasabihan na, I cannot help everybody, but I can help someone. So we cannot also just spread it all out there kasi it's impossible. Syempre, una mo yung logistics mo rin, di ba? So ang nakita namin ni Sophie years ago, especially when my daughter joined me, let's do early literacy. Kasi when you start early, I will not anymore need to teach a grade 4 kid math. I will not anymore teach a grade 4 or kasi by the way, inaral na po kasi yan Ms. Nove. Ang skills ng tao, this has been studied ng science, no? When we reach grade 4 level, how old are we? We're about 9?
9.
At that age. When your skills are still lagging and still struggling ka, whether it's in the area of math, reading, or Filipino, the potential to learn higher or bigger becomes really very low. The potential is very low. But if you have learned these skills earlier on, you're in a better position. That's why I always choose to start early. When mommies come to me, grade 4 na, grade 5, grade 3 na, I would say, where have you been? Sayang you should have started earlier. Okay, so, ay nako, grabe. Totoo talaga yung early literacy.
Yeah.
Just before the pandemic, I created, actually, na-approve na yung name and everything. It's called the Early Reading Initiative. So, of course, reading pa lang yun. And we are really also talagang not pushing, but we're really also trying our best na ano din natin ang math and then Filipino. Kasi ang galing-galing nila mag-read. Hindi sila magaling sa Filipino. Hindi pa sila maka-honor.
Yun, di ba? Yun nga yung issue, di ba, Sophie? Teacher Sophie, no?
Behind sa Filipino.
Oo, behind sa Filipino, sad.
Yeah.
Hindi galing mag-English, di ba? English
Oo.
talaga mag-read para mga bullet trains. Pero ang Filipino,
Pero alam niyo, totoo yun. Because
Totoo
My
yan.
daughter
Oo.
now is in UP. Hindi ko alam
Mm.
paano siya nakapasa. Buti na lang. Buti na lang by the grace of God. Nakapasa siya sa UP. But
Yes, yun.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
so,
God's
so
grace
I
yun,
please,
totoo.
let's promote ha. Ako, I don't know, for clarification ng akin is promoting talaga the early literacy. So that means kung kaya mo mag-start ng 3, sige, kung hindi mo kaya mag-start ng 3, 4. Kung kaya sa budget 5 lang, sige, 5, pwede pa. Those crucial years kasi yun, 5, 6, 7, huwag niyo pong hintayin na mga 10 years old yung mga anak niyo, lalapit kayo sa akin, turuan mo basta yung anak ko. Kasi sabihin ko talaga, ano ba naman? Di ba? Parang hirapan mo naman, pati yung bata, what did the child do on those years na critical?
Kawawa.
Kasi talaga inaral na po yan ng science, even the group of, the Zuckerberg Chan Initiative, they're researching that, na yung mind natin on those years, talaga doon siya, prolific talaga ang learning. You wait 2 days, wala na. Iba na ang utak ng bata by that time. So let's
Yes.
promote pati talaga the early reading, math, Filipino skills. Kaya po ang talagang nung na-prepare namin ito, tuwa yung mga mami eh. Kasi di ba, ultimo alam mo,
Malaking help.
grade 6 years old, di nila alam ano ang Tagalog ng eyes, ng eyebrows, di ba? Doon pa lang nila matutunan yung kilay pala, mata, ilong, di ba? Pero yung eyes, nose, ears,
Di
ganon.
ba? Yeah. Sobrang importante.
Buhok, paano yun? So, talagang medyo yung mga anak ni Sofie, hindi sera din kasi, pero we tell the maids, speak Tagalog to them.
Tama. Conversation talaga is really important, which yun ang nangyari sa amin. So, Chinky purong Tagalog, sa ako English, o ganon. So, we were able to work that out. But thank you so much, Teacher Ging and Teacher Sofie. Alam ko, ang dami natin pwedeng pang usapan about reading. But can you please tell us where can we contact you? Okay?
Right.
And the details about Reading Station. Thank you so much.
Oo, sure. Thank you so much, Miss Novi, and to our listeners. So for those homeschooling moms and dads are out there interested probably to have their kids assessed or just to kind of like check siguro where their reading skills are, no? You could check us out on Instagram. So we have a couple of branches, and each branch would normally have their own Instagram account. But generally, siguro the safest is if you go to our website. It's at www.trs.ph, and then from there you can see a lot of our branches. If you're living in the south, we have TRS Alabang along the Anghari. We also have TRS BF Homes Parañaque, also TRS New Valley. And then in QC, we have TRS Dikia in Tomas Morato, also in Banawe, and we also have in Katipunan. And for the Manila areas naman, we have TRS Binondo and also TRS Abad Santos. So medyo situated naman siya in the different cities, no? So siguro check na
Wow,
lang
ang
nila.
dami na palang branch. Oh, so check that out. Check that out. So where can they contact you, Teacher Sofie?
Oh, through Instagram, the Reading Station. Just type the Reading
DM.
Station. DM, they could DM us. And then from there, someone would assist them. Also, I would like to promote na and take this time, Miss Nove, yung sa TRS Alabang ko. So please check the Reading Station Alabang in IG and DM them there. Kasi marami akong mga parents talaga from the South and they could no longer go to the QC area. No? So maximize on that because there's already face-to-face in the South. So check out the Reading Station Alabang IG.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this insightful conversation with Teacher Ging and Teacher Sofie. Thank you. Talagang na-avail natin, no? But to seal this conversation, what is your final thoughts that do you have for our viewers and listeners regarding the benefits of reading programs for our homeschool children?
Teacher Ging.
I go first. Okay. Short na lang to. Okay. I really would encourage parents, no? Lalo na sa nangyari ng pandemic na 3 years na nagkaroon ng gap ng skills sa mga anak natin. No, I would really encourage, do not wait until it's too late. So kung
Mhm.
kaya niyong ma-start ang mga skills na ito habang bata pa yung mga anak niyo, then do it now. Yun lang
Mhm.
po.
Yeah. As a, ano naman, for me as a homeschooling mom, it's we should not be scared to ask help. I think if, di ba I mentioned already a lot of benefits earlier, and if we do want to maximize a lot of quality time, a lot of activities, a lot of different areas that we could teach and explore with our kids, I think it is good to ask help. So okay lang magkaroon ng mga reading partners, okay lang na bigyan ng reading programs ang mga anak natin, kasi in the long run, it will really make our homeschooling journey easier. I could attest to that. So, yun, Miss Novi, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. In my final thoughts, no, I'm encouraging all our and viewers na check this out, no. Do not be
Mhm.
afraid.
Mhm.
Definitely, I do believe reading programs offer an incredible avenue of growth and development, not only for
Mhm.
our kids but to us parents, no.
Mm-mm.
And yun naman yung gusto natin, 'di ba, na ma-instill yung love of reading, deepen their critical thinking skills. Kung narinig niyo yung mga success stories, no, ni Teacher Ging, yung mga yun na minention niya na mga tao, no, malalaki na sila ngayon, no?
Yeah.
And
True.
definitely, makikita niyo naman yung results. So, don't be
Mhm.
afraid and check it out. And I do believe, if only alam ko lang 'to nung medyo nagsa-start pa
Bata
lang ako
pa.
ng
Mhm.
homeschooling, 'no?
Mhm.
Siguro, makaka-add din to definitely ng value sa journey ko. So,
Right.
thank you
Mhm.
so much,
Thank you,
Teacher
Miss
Sofie
Novi.
and
Thank
Teacher
you!
Ging, no, for joining us today and sharing your valuable insights on the benefits of reading programs for our homeschooled children. And to all our listeners and viewers, we hope this episode that shed light on the importance of incorporating reading programs into your homeschooling routine. No? So join us next time in iHomeschool PH, where we'll continue and going to talk what is really important in our homeschooling journey. Always remember that relationship is more important than academics. Ako po si Novi Antan, your homeschool coach, and I homeschool. God bless you!